Sometimes we interact with people. We are laughing, we are in public, we are showing up for the things that we need to show up for. We are present, we are praying, but deep down we are losing ourselves. Not to the world, but to the thoughts that are inside of us, the voices, the lies that keep speaking in our minds. In my journey with God, I have come to understand that you do not need to have it all to walk with Him. Hi, my name is Katule Mbogwa. I'm a child of God, and I'm happy that you're here today. This is a space where we embrace the real journey of walking with God, healing, learning, growing, and choosing faithfulness over perfection every day. So, I'm sure you're asking, losing yourself to your thoughts, how does it look like? Well, it looks like self-sabotage, where even before anything comes to you, you've already declared it bad, gone. You're not going to show up for it. You're not going to do it. A relationship comes, and before you think that it's going to hurt you, you've already left it, even before those signs are there. You're looking for employment and you got it, but before you even start, you're already judging yourself. Am I going to be good at it? Or will I make friends? This and that. And you sabotage yourself and eventually end up leaving that work or not fully performing at work. Friendships, you already kill them because in your head you're thinking, probably they don't like me or they will hurt me, so I'd rather just escape before this happens. Well, it looks like loneliness, where you are surrounded by people, even people you love, but you end up always feeling like you are just alone. You're in a world of your own. You don't fit. You feel like you're not welcome. You feel like where there's laughter, but you're not happy. Yet you are with them, but you still deep down feel like you're lonely. It also feel like fear, where you're always afraid of taking steps, of making initiatives, because you are worried that this thing will fail. You're worried you're not good enough. You're worried you might make a mistake. It also looks like self-doubt, where you never take anything seriously. You don't think that you are worth anything. You don't think that you're worth of love. You don't think that you're worth of getting good things in life. You're not worth of anything. You doubt every decision you make. You cannot be clear and firm of the decisions that you need to make, even the tiniest of things. It also feels and looks like depression, where even the tiniest of things seem like they're the biggest issues. The things that we should be able to do so effortlessly, like even getting out of bed, to you it looks like a chore. That's how fighting battles in your own thoughts looks like. It also looks like addictions and coping habits, where you are undertaking certain things for you to be able to function. You become alcoholic. You either get immersed at work so deeply that you even lose relationship with people at home or even your friends, because you're trying to shield and cover yourself from being free, where you'll be expected to start thinking or become yourself. So that's how losing yourself to your own thoughts can look like. So why do we battle with ourselves? Sometimes the biggest challenges, the biggest battles are not the things that are around us or outside of us. It's that little voice that has learned to lie to us and make us feel worthless, feel like we are losers. And this happens sometimes because of unhealed wounds. They can be from when we were children. There can be any wounds that we've had that we have not fully healed from, can make us really lose ourselves and start thinking that maybe whatever I was going through is the things that I deserve, or those things were right, or those things were actually meant to follow me. We battle with ourselves because of comparison. Every time we compare ourselves with others, it gives us pressure. And sometimes the pressure can build up so much that we start thinking that where we are is not where we're supposed to be, or we are not working hard enough because someone else is doing this and yet I'm not doing it. Someone of my age is progressing and I'm not progressing. Comparison makes the voices in our head start telling us that we are not good enough, we are not putting more effort, we are not showing up, we are not serious enough. Comparison is very dangerous. It also looks like silence. Whenever we have prayed for something for so long and God looks like He's silent, it can make us start battling with ourselves. Like, have I maybe sinned too much? Am I the problem? Does God hate me? Maybe I was not meant to be answered. So whenever there is silence, that when God looks like He's silent, of which you have said God is never silent, He's working in the background, but because the mind has a way of playing games with us, then that silence makes us start thinking that no, we are not worth it and He's not going to answer us. And it becomes extreme. Then we start battling with those voices in our heads. It also looks like emotional overload. Sometimes we go through emotional things that become too much. You're going through a challenge after a challenge after a challenge. Every time you wake up, you heal and you move on. You hope for some period of grace, some period of positivity. Another emotional challenge comes up, and every time you're fighting to keep alive, fighting to keep hope, it can be so much until you start thinking that, okay, maybe this is how my life was meant to be. I'm going through these things because I deserve them. And those are the little voices that lie to us and makes us go through those emotions and those periods that are very tough. And I believe that this is the season where many of us quit, many of us really fall. We can also say many believers backslide, because you go into a cocoon where you seclude yourself, you are lonely, you want to be alone, you feel worthless, maybe you feel hopeless, therefore you are secluded. And this is the period where, if one is not careful, quitting is very easy, backsliding is very easy. You can find yourself getting addicted to the things that you had left behind just for you to cope. But this is also a period where, if everything is done well, healing can start. Your healing can become progressive, because healing starts when we admit and we stop pretending that we are okay. Healing is not easy. Healing is not immediate. It takes time. It is not instant. It is slow and it takes time. I want you to be encouraged today that you might be fighting in your thoughts. You might be battling something that you have been going through for so long. But silence does not mean absence. And God listens and God hears. And you need to keep showing up and keep believing, because healing is it's such a journey. It's not something that we expect that I've gone through something and in 2 weeks I'm fine. Sometimes we fail. Sometimes we will fall and we'll have to get back up. Sometimes we will fall back on the things that we thought that we had already overcome, but we'll still have to wake up and show up and keep moving. Because that's why we need to always constantly walk with God. because he gives us the strength. He says, let those who are weak say, I am strong. There's no way you can be strong by yourself. You need God to constantly walk with you. You need God to keep encouraging you so that those little voices in your head can start diminishing. Because in this life, people have gone through so many big challenges. Some that, they can shut your head and they can shut your thinking to a point that you think that it's normal. That is the life that you should be living. But I'm here to encourage you that some of these battles, they are won by people who keep trying every day, people who keep pushing, people who keep waking up and say that I need to try it one more time. So I hope that you're encouraged today. I don't know what battles you're facing. I don't know for how long you have been facing. But I'm here to encourage you that there's no battle that is too big for our God. And as long as every day you want to keep showing up and you want to keep trying and you have not given up on yourself, because what is harder is somebody who has already given up. But as long as you have not given up, then there is hope. So I hope this message has been an encouragement to you. I hope that you join us on this journey by subscribing, liking, and following us on our other social media platforms. Share this message to someone who might need encouragement and join us on our future conversations. I'm glad that you're here with us today, and I hope to see you on the next episode.